the city's railway station, a beggar lived. He survived by begging from the passengers who traveled in the trains that came and went. One day, while he was begging, he saw a tall man dressed in a suit. He thought, this person looks very rich. If I ask him for alms, he will surely give me good money. So he approached the tall man to beg. Seeing the beggar, the tall man said, "You are always asking from others. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I always ask from people. I don't have the ability to give anything to anyone." The tall man said, "If you cannot give anything to anyone, then you have no right to ask either. I am a businessman, and I believe only in give and take. If you have something to give me, only then I can give you something in return." Saying this, the tall man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about the man's words. His words touched the beggar's heart. He began to think, maybe I don't get much alms, because I am unable to give anything in return. But I am a beggar, what can I give others? He thought and thought for 2 days, but found no answer. On the third day, while sitting near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming on the nearby plants. He thought, why don't I give flowers to people in return for the alms they gave me? He liked the idea and picked some flowers. Now, whenever someone gave him alms, he gave them a few flowers in return. People happily accepted those flowers. Every day he would collect flowers and distribute them while begging. Soon he noticed that more and more people started giving him alms. As long as he had flowers, people gave him generously. When he ran out of flowers, the alms stopped. This became his daily routine. One day, while begging, he saw the same tall man sitting in the train. The person who had inspired him to exchange flowers for alms. He immediately went to him and said, "Today I have some flowers to give you. If you give me alms, I will give you these flowers in return." The tall man gave him some money, and the beggar handed him flowers. The tall man smiled and said, "Wonderful! Today you have become a businessman just like me." He took the flowers and got off at his station. Once again, the tall man's words touched the beggar deeply. He kept thinking about what he said, and he felt very happy. His eyes sparkled with excitement. He felt that he had found the key to success that could change his life. He got off the train, looked up at the sky, and shouted loudly, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman. I can become rich." People who heard him thought he had gone mad. From the next day onward, the beggar disappeared from the station. 6 months later, 2 men wearing suits were traveling from the same station. They looked at each other, shook hands, and one of them said, "Did you recognize me?" The other man replied, "No, I believe we are meeting for the first time." The first man said, "No, think again. This is not our first meeting, it is our third." The second man was confused and asked, "When did we meet before?" Smiling, the first man said, "We met twice earlier in this same train. I am the same beggar to whom you first explained what I should do in life, and in our second meeting you told me who I really am." The second man suddenly remembered and said in surprise, "Oh yes. You are the same beggar I once refused to give alms to, and the second time I bought flowers from you. But now you're in a suit, where are you going, and what do you do these days?" The first man answered, "Yes, I am the same beggar. But today, I am a big flower merchant. I am going to another city for my business." After a pause, he continued, "In our first meeting, you taught me the rule of nature, we receive only when we give. The rule of give and take truly works. I felt its impact on my life. But I always saw myself as a beggar and never thought beyond that. In our second meeting, you told me that I had already become a businessman. That changed my thinking. I realized that people were not giving me alms, they were paying for the flowers. They were buying them because they couldn't get flowers cheaper anywhere else. I was a small businessman in their eyes, but in my own eyes, I was still a beggar. Your words made me realize who I truly was. With the money I earned by giving flowers, I bought more flowers and became a flower merchant. People here love flowers, and because of that demand, I have become a successful businessman today. Both men smiled and got off the train talking about their businesses. Moral of the story: this story teaches us many lessons. The tall businessman understood the rule of give and take very well. All successful people use this principle in their lives. The beggar changed his thinking and his life changed. If you always see yourself as small, you will remain small. To grow big, you must think big. Success lies in your mindset. Respect yourself, expand your thinking, and see how success follows you. If you want, I can also give you